And just right here, going back to a new regular show video. And if you just last one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next 3 episodes of season 2 of regular show. And we start with another good episode, and it starts with Benson getting these different things that are having to be done, like how the house is starting to not be held together, and Rigby and Mordecai actually decide that they should do a movie night, a horror movie night at the cemetery. Like, that's quite an interesting way to actually do a horror movie, to play a horror movie at a cemetery. Well, Benson actually thinks that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, he thinks it's actually not a bad idea, so he accepts it. So they're at the movie. Mordecai and Rigby going to get the movie, and they see these different types of movies. And then the guy at the counter shows them this zombie apocalypse kind of movie in 3D, and showing this oddly weird looking on actually to play it, and getting the thing to actually play it and getting the 3D glasses. So they head to the cemetery and they clean it up, and they're also spreading the word about it as well, and setting the chairs up and the thing up so they can play the movie, and putting posters up, and more people are starting to show up and getting the tickets. And things are seemingly going pretty well, and has a good turnout too. And Pop's just making cotton candy as well. And Benson is very amazed of how well this is for that Mordecai and Rigby's idea. And they're playing the movie, and they're playing the zombie movie, and it's quite an interesting style, I can say. But Rigby accidentally knocks over the projector, and of course everybody's wanting their refund back, and Rigby spits on it. Like, why would you spit on it? Right? That is one of the worst ways to try to fix something, or something like that. Why would you spit on it? And then he puts it upside down, trying to get it in, and Benson is telling him to fix it, and they eventually fix it, and this shocking effect happens and hits these tombstones. And Mordecai says that he put it upside down, so he put it right back up, and the movie begins again. And then literal zombies come out of the ground and starting to go through the screen, and Mordecai and Rigby use some of Muscle Man's equipment that he brought, and to take out the zombies. They're using these different equipments and to protect the people, or they won't get their paid free day off that Benson told them that they would have if it goes well. And they're taking out the zombies while protecting everybody. And Muscle Man and High Five Ghost help, and Skips as well, with he comes clean to the zombies. And Pops is just thinking it's just regular people that is wanting cotton candy. At first he doesn't realize that it's zombies. And then Muscle Man taking out that zombie, and Benson believing that these actual zombies are part of the 3D. And we see this very strong guy zombie, and Skips tries to kick him in the groin, and then he gets thrown, and he manages to catch Mordecai and Rigby's weapons and get them onto the ground, which they use the go-kart to drive into them and explode them. And everybody is amazed of how well the 3D was, because again, they believed that whole fight that they were doing was part of the 3D. And even Benson is amazed, and he said that they definitely deserve a paid day off, and that they want to do something like this again tomorrow night, and the whole fighting as well that Mordecai and Rigby did. And they're like, can we have that paid day off tomorrow? But a really good episode. Then we go to the next one, which starts with Mordecai and Rigby watching TV, just chilling, watching TV, and they get this commercial of this wrestling, and that tickets are sold out. Which they were wishing that they could get tickets for it, and yeah, they just put in their costumes and start pretending to fight each other. And then Pops comes and literally grabs Mordecai and pins him on the ground. And apparently he was a wrestler back in the day. Pops was. And he actually got tickets to that sewing. And yeah, they're trying to see what moves Pops has. And he ends up hurting his back. And of course, Benson is forbidding them to go now that they're having to take care of Pops. Yeah, they're putting him into bed, and yeah, they're sleeping in there with him just so they can keep an eye on him. And then sometime in the night, Mordecai wakes up Rigby so they can go sneak out to the wrestling because they think Pops is still asleep, but obviously you can tell that's not Pops, though. I mean, I knew that was not Pops because, yeah, we didn't say it's a stuffed animal. Because apparently Pops is sneaking out as well and grabbing the car and driving as well. Yeah, we see the wrestling happening, and they got pretty good seats. And, you know, Pops is flying literally and lands on this guy. And these guys are mistaking Pops to think that it's an actual wrestler that they were supposed to bring out. And yeah, we see the whole ladders to get the belt. And we see these different wrestlers that they're having to face and bring out Pops, which, yeah, Mordecai and Rigby are wondering what he's doing here. And yeah, of course the wrestlers saying, you think this is pretending, fake? Which, yeah, they get thrown and showing that, yeah, let's show them that this is not fake, that he puts on the microphone. And yeah, they're trying to get the belt. And yeah, they're getting pinned, literally. They're getting thrown and smacked and everything. And Pops is trying to get up to the ladder, and while they're beating up Mordecai and Rigby, he almost grabs the belt, and he actually gets his back popped into place. And Pops literally pins down all the wrestlers, and he managed to win. And of course, Benson caught them in the act, or knew that something with this would happen, and right before he's about to fire them, Pops actually takes the blame. Yeah, Pops takes the blame and saying, no, it was me that snuck out, and Mordecai and Rigby were just trying to get me home. And he's like, this is your last warning. So yeah, they managed to get away free, and we see that wrestler that Pops managed to squish and saying, you think he can take my name? And yeah, looking like he would get vengeance on him. And it just ends like that, though. Quite a funny episode, I will say. Then we go to the next one, which is quite another interesting episode. And it starts with the doctor covering Rigby, saying to Benson, Pops, Mordecai, and Skips that he's dead. And yeah, Rigby's dead. And Mordecai's telling Skips about be ashamed. And yeah, even Skips looks like he even feels bad. And it seems like we now see a flashback of how this happened. Of how Rigby died. Which, yeah, they're all just laughing, having a good time, and seeing Skips being able to beat all of them at arm wrestling. And everybody's laughing, thinking that when Rigby is wanting to do it, which they do it, and he managed to win. And then a second time, he manages to win. And Pops believes that Skips is still the strongest person, and to ask Rigby for a rematch. And yeah, they're playing this Guitar Hero guitar game, and Skips is wanting Rigby to do a rematch, and then he just breaks their game console. And yeah, it's just working out. And even Benson comes in, even wanting to know if Skips broke their console, which, of course, Rigby fights Skips and manages to win again. And, of course, they want Skips to pay for it. You know, the whole redoing the console. And yeah, they're gonna go out and get some drinks. And telling Mordecai to come on, which he goes into their room and sees Skips just looking through Rigby's stuff. And Mordecai is saying that Rigby has actually been cheating. And he actually looks up what Mordecai told him to look up, and yeah, apparently these arm boy robotic-like kind of hands that are very strong. That's how he's been able to beat Skips. He's been cheating. So yeah, Skips starts working out and is ready, and he gets to Rigby and literally takes off the mechanics that he had on his arm and smacks Rigby through the table. And apparently that's how he died. And then we see literal Death. Yeah, the Grim Reaper. Death himself as a biker that comes. And Skips challenges Death to a match of arm wrestling. If Skips wins, then Death brings Rigby back to life. But if Death wins, Death takes Skips as Rigby's place, in Rigby's place. So he takes Skips instead of Rigby. So yeah, Death and Skips arm wrestle, and a lot of strange occurrence happens, and there's like any last words, Skips, and yeah, Skips managed to beat Death, and he's like marking his word that he will get them, and literally hogs a loogie or even a piece of snot that goes into Rigby's mouth, causing him to come back to life. And yeah, sees all these bruises and scars that he had. And yeah, apparently Skips even cheated, but just so he could actually, win and bring back Rigby. So yeah, he actually used that whole arm stuff that Rigby had, that mechanic arm thing, to actually beat Death. And yeah, apparently Skip says that everybody thinks he's dead. So, of course, they're not going to be pranking everybody, but just going to show that he's back. But yeah, really good episodes. I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know. Catch you next one.